This has to be the most beat up Galaxy 3714 I've ever seen or bought. I personally only bought it for parts. The funny thing is it actually works perfectly. Now, the story about this is I actually paid $12 for this, despite its horrid condition, because I wanted its blade set for my other Galaxy, which I'll show in a minute. I ended up getting this from a thrift store out in Janesville, Wisconsin. This liquid right here, it's P23 in olive green. It's a big old steel blade version. I got it from the same thrift store about a year ago. He had this Galaxy there at the time, and he's been using it. He said he's been using it for years. I don't know how long, but I would believe it with how yellow the grills are, how beat up it is, and how dirty it was when I got it. We're not talking disgusting, but it was full of dirt. It's had heavy use. I've never seen one so beat up. The guy is super nice. I picked it up at a thrift store on 58. I think it's 58 in South Janesville. And it is just beat. Like, the front grille is all glued back together down here just so it can actually still be usable. The grill is completely yellow. The camera doesn't even get how yellowed and aged it is. And I don't know if that's from a smoker or if that's because it's some kind of ABS plastic, but it is just so fragile. The handle's gone. The back grill is just completely done. The whole top section here is gone. And it's gone. Now, for a 3714, for those of you who don't know, Galaxy made this particular style only in the 80s. They saw several revisions and they changed a little through the years, but this is one of the earlier ones with the plastic motor. This has a black plastic motor, which I've personally never seen. Usually they're kind of a white clear type plastic. This has a black one, and this has the single piece motor mount instead of the two piece, which I'll show here in a second. But this thing is just so beat up. I mean, the paint is just terrible. The case is awful. The funny thing is, it works perfect. It's even got an incredible spin down time, which I was surprised about. It starts up pretty slow. You can tell it's tired. That's high. It literally will start to spin faster after a couple minutes. It is just super tired. Now, this is what these are supposed to look like. This one was a gift from Spatz Bear. This one's a very nice example, though. The reason I bought this one was for its blade set. The older style blade set, they are opened or vented or whatever you want to call it in the middle of the hub. Don't know why, but the reason I wanted this blade set for this one, now as you can see, this one has this handle, a nice case, nice grills, which is rare for these. This one's starting to turn yellow, but not nearly as bad. If you look at this one, those blades are super warped. I have no idea why. This blade set is out of that one. They swapped, so I swapped them. But this has to be the most beat up Galaxy I've ever seen. The thing I like about it too, and I'm thinking about switching it with my other 3714, the badge here, the background color is more of a light brown. Same thing here with the switch, versus it being far darker, more dark chocolate on the other one. Now this is an 83-84. This is an 85-86. So they're not that far apart in age. They're basically the same fan. The differences are, I don't want to use the handle because I actually don't want to break it. The motor is a clear plastic. Let's see if I actually get the camera to show that. These always had plastic motors in them. That's what I remember so vividly about these when I was a kid, with these unusual looking plastic motors. Now, this other one, has a black motor. Maybe it's just Lasco, company who made Galaxies, for those who don't know. This one has a black plastic motor. I have no idea what the difference is. I assume they just changed molding plastics. You can hear it, that. Now it's spinning better. It's got a great spin down time. Poor thing. I have other Galaxies. Always liked Galaxy fans. I even have a later version in gray. This is a similar fan to these, but it's in a thinner gray case with different material, white grill and gray plastic blades, and it's the usual gray, and this is a 9091. Same style motor, but the later ones went to metal, which realistically is nicer. That's it. I have never seen one so beat up, but it works good. Good parts fan, for sure.